life. Another headline screaming behind vacant eyes. They build up their walls so high and so strong, but the truth's gonna break through before too long. Every single day, the same damn old body takes the blame. This precious building is starting to crack. Ain't no turning back now, ain't no holding back. I'm about to say it, yeah, I'm about to scream. Tired of the fake smiles, living in a dream. The real life's bleeding out in the cold. Gotta break the mold, gotta let it unfold. I'm about to say it, every single word. The uncomfortable truth finally gonna be heard. I'm gonna say it.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome in for another edition of hashtag I'm Gonna Say It.
Female voice.
Welcome to hashtag I'm Gonna Say It. All things said in today's show are alleged and for entertainment and educational. 18, we request that you leave the live now. Enjoy.
Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, who watched the show last night? Who watched the Dope Girls web series show that was on YouTube? Episodes 2 and 3. Both was powerful. Powerful, man. I mean, it's a lot going on. Things are heating up on there, right? It's got me to the point where I can't wait to see what episode 4 has in store. I mean, let's talk about it a little bit. Last night got wild. I'm talking about, if you didn't see episode 1, at the end of episode 1, you had it where Heat, Cream, and Karma was all hanging out, and then outside the club, and then they got into it with Queen, and then Karma pulled the outside the club, and she let off it in the air. And so she ended up getting arrested, and then Heat and Cream had to go to the bond her out of jail. They bond Karma out of jail, and man, and then Rico Rico, P Money, Stacks, the Wizard, Queen, everybody up at the club talking, and I mean, and then the Dope Girls show up while Queen is there, and during the dice game, and things is a confrontation there. Then, man, it just got wild. I'm talking about wild. Stacks had to help Milo Pacino put them out the club, the Dope Girls out the club, just to diffuse the situation. I mean, the Wizard is trying to give everybody advice and get them to stay on track and just stay focused on the money. But then you got people who beefing at each other. So, you know, things are heating up. It's getting wild. It's getting wild, people. Definitely tune in to episode 4 when it comes out. But in the meantime, in between time, go on YouTube, subscribe to Tayretta Vision Films, and watch episodes 1, 2, and 3. So that way when 4 comes out, you already know what's going on. And we want to give a shout out to a Second Chance Bail Bonding Company for lending their help and support on the episodes last night. So, but look, here's what we're going to do. This is going to be a quick show. I got to take Rudy to her friend's house for a play date. So we're going to get this quick show in. Okay, so let's talk about, hold on, let me send out, because it's telling me to send out my invites to people that I should have already sent them to and did not, because that's what I do. Wait till the last second. All right, okay. Where should it? All right. Okay, I think I got what I need. I think I got them all out. Sorry, y'all, the camera. Keep hitting the camera. All right. So, wow. Who remembers there was a little YT girl that Puffy Jacket, I don't know. I mean, he said he adopted her in the video, but then it came out that he did. It came out that he didn't adopt her, and then people didn't know where she went to after all of that. Some people, I mean, there's a lot of. I'm not gonna. It was so many things being said as to what happened. That he allegedly might maybe sapphic her out and things. It's crazy, right? But we all remember her name is Ava. Okay. Well, shout out to Sean Davy Way, on the Sean Davy Way show. Uh, T adopted daughter Ava Combs speaks out. Puffy Jacket and the guy with the direction as the last name, monsters. Ava is a missing child. Now, before we get into that, when it came to them telling the story on how they even came across Ava and who she was. Hey, little brother, good morning, welcome in. Who she was, she was friends with the twins. She went to school with them. Then she was in the street. Rap God Thanos, welcome in, my brother. How you doing? Then she was in the streets and they found her and Puffy Jacket knew her parents, or it's so many different things that came out, right? And so it was hard to even figure. And then one of the stories was one of the boys, I guess, saw her in the street and brought her home and things like that. Jenny, hey bestie, how you doing? Let's give it up to Jenny. Jenny got that number 3 gifter badge. So they found her in the street and brought her back home, and then I guess out of the kindness of his heart and being such a caring person, allegedly, Puffy Jacket adopted her and welcomed her in and stuff like that. Like I said, across the board, it's been so much stuff talked about when it comes to her. Marie, welcome in, bestie. It's been so many things said about how she got to the Combs' house, who she is to them, and things like that. It's been so many different stories. So let's listen to Sean Davy Way. Let's listen to his content, and maybe by the end of it, we'll know the real reason or way that she even got intertwined with Puffy Jacket and his family. All right, let's go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your boy, The Sean Davy Way Show. Please hit that like and subscribe on the way in and tap that bell if you would like to be notified of all of our future content. Today, I bring you another surviving TikTok of Ava Baroni Combs, Diddy's alleged white adopted daughter. There's been a lot of confusion.
Now, I will say that she's in a picture with the twins. She's in multiple pictures with the twins, right? So when they say that she's friends with the twins, I can see that as of right now, because she's in multiple pictures with them, right? As of right now, I can see that. But let's listen.
In the streets when it comes to Ava Baroni Combs. Is it just Ava Baroni? Is it Ava Combs? Is it Ava Baroni Combs? How do we even acknowledge her? Does she still have anything to do with Diddy? Was she ever really adopted? There are conflicting reports. One side of the internet says she was never adopted by Diddy. The other side of the internet says that she was. There's multiple women that are missing that were children and that would be women now or young ladies. And that has also been placed on Ava as well. Missing persons reports, on and so forth.
Ooh,
so what's true,
Puffy
what's
Jacket
not?
got a video
Did
with
Ava
her?
come forward and speak out against Diddy? There are TikTok videos
Is that what you saying,
of
Rap
an
God
alleged
Thanos?
Ava Combs or Ava Baroni that has spoke out since Diddy's incarceration and the Homeland Security raids. So people want to know that too. What's going on with that? Did she get hurt or harmed by Diddy or anybody in his crew? Does her and the Combs twins still speak? Did they fall out? If they did fall out, what was it about? There's just so many questions when it comes to Ava Baroni Combs. So without holding you any further, let's answer a lot of these questions. Let's get into surviving TikTok, Ava Baroni Combs. Everyone's
go.
interest spiked when it came to Ava because of a viral video
Oh
that
yeah,
Diddy
yeah.
did with his
They're showing that
children
video now.
a
You
few
right.
years
Yep.
back. And he stated in the video that Ava Baroni Combs was adopted by
And
him because of his daughters.
hey, Rap God Thanos, remember at the end when he was like kissing her on the cheek and she was like, you know what I mean? I'm just I don't look. I don't wanna create the narrative or anything like that. I'm just giving my opinion from my observation. She looked very uncomfortable. She looked very uncomfortable, right? And you had the kids, the boys behind her. I think who was that? Quincy. I think that's Quincy behind her. Yeah, yeah, Quincy behind her, smiling, looking like the. Anyways, yeah, it just all looked very very strange. She did not look comfortable.
They had a very close relationship and knew each other from a young age. Ava was allegedly on the streets, yada yada. It became a skit, but let's get into it before we move on into that.
It's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Oh, Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baroni.
Ava Baroni Combs? Yes, it's breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also. But please tell the story.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me
Right,
up.
little brother. He sounds like
After the
dumpy
backlash,
trousers.
Diddy comes forward
Yeah.
and states that Ava is not his
Jenny says the
adopted
whole
daughter. Now,
scene
Diddy
is
didn't do
sus.
this out of his own
Facts.
mouth, of course. He had his reps and
Daybreak
people from his
76
team
is
reach
where
out to
is she
certain
at now?
outlets, TMZ being
Hopefully
one
we
of them,
find out
to
from
state that Ava
from
was
the
not
video,
his
hopefully.
daughter biologically nor adoptive. Obviously,
Rap God
it's not
Thanos is so
biological.
strange.
The internet has also
Jenny
twisted
says
how
Papa
Ava
Combs,
came
though.
into the
Yeah.
Combs twins' life. This is how
Very
Ava
strange.
Baroni knows the Combs twins, Delilah and Jesse. Ava's parents were really close to Kim Porter, especially Ava's mother. Now, this was not Ava's biological mother that was close to Diddy and Kim Porter, more so of Kim Porter. This was Ava's adopted parents, the ones that she still belonged to this day. They had a close-knit relationship with Kim Porter. Ava was adopted.
Okay, so first thing we found out is that she was adopted. So even her real parents aren't. I don't know if they're in her life or not, but at this point, they're not. She's been adopted. Okay, Jenny says to Daybreak 76, she's still around the twins. Rap God Thanos says he ain't Richard Pryor and she ain't no toy. Right? So there's no comedy or skit to it, right? It's not giving that vibes at all. I'm just gonna make a comparison. If you go back, it's giving me the vibes of, you all remember the video where Justin B was supposed to hang out with Puffy Jacket for what was it, 48 hours? And in that video, you know, before they was talking, he was like, "We're gonna do some things we can't talk about stuff." It's giving those vibes. Yeah, those 48 hours, Jenny. That part best. It's giving those vibes. I mean, there is a I don't know. It's a very similar and stark contrast.
As an infant. So that's how she was around the Combs twins at such a young age, as of 6 months old. It's called a friend circle. So if Ava's biological mother was friends with Kim Porter and Diddy and their friends and whatnot, that doesn't mean if she gets adopted that she's going to still have that same relationship, because again, it was the Diddy and their friends and whatnot. That doesn't mean if she gets adopted that she's going to still have that same relationship, because again, it was the parents that allegedly brought Ava into the Combs twins' life to where their friendship grew and whatnot. So how would that still be going on if she got adopted and has a whole new life, whole new friends, whole new family, you know, all of that? No, the relationships change. So the relationship didn't change, and Ava kept hanging around the Combs twins even after Kim Porter's passing because Ava's adoptive parents are close to Diddy and Kim Porter, not her biological parents. Can you see that? Are we grasping that? So when you see that around the internet, know that that is not true. And here's further proof that Ava's adoptive parents are close with Combs and Kim.
Okay, I'm gonna read it to you. He may end up reading it too, but I'm gonna read it to you all in case we can just hear it clear. But I'm gonna read it to you all in case we can just hear it clear. It says news reports indicate that Ava Baroni's parents are distancing themselves from Puffy Jacket following his arrest on sexual misconduct allegations in 2024. More specifically, Ava Baroni was introduced as Puffy Jacket's adopted daughter in a 2020 Instagram live video. However, there was no legal adoption. Let's make sure we go over that again. Make sure we make it clear. Hey, Rochelle, good morning. Welcome in, bestie. However, there was no legal adoption. Thank you for that heart, me, Rochelle. I appreciate you. And right? So they saying it was a skit. Jenny says, so it's like how Hollywood auctions their children. Yeah. Hey, I mean, it's giving those vibes. We can't. Anybody who tries to argue you down on that point, then they're really not seeing the bigger picture. Yeah, so it doesn't say it word for word, verbatim, but it's given that perception.
Porter, not her biological. Let's get into that. TMZ reports that Ava's parents were close with Porter, who passed away in 2018 after a battle with pneumonia, and have kept the young girl away from Combs amid his mounting legal woes. Page 6 has reached out to Combs' rep but did not immediately hear back. Concerns about Ava first surfaced in March following the Homeland Security raids on Combs' Miami and Los Angeles homes.
Hey, little brother, thank you for the goat, and you're awesome. I appreciate it.
With Combs 54 and his other children re-emerged to the public. Side note, hold
on, my bad. I meant to pause this while I like to.
Ava first surfaced in March following the Homeland Security raids on Combs' Miami and Los Angeles homes. At the time, a 2020 Instagram live video of the young girl with Combs 54
Good morning, Elena.
and his other
Welcome
children
in.
re-emerged to the public. Side note, so again, her parents, current parents, which are her adoptive parents, whom have been in her life since she was a newborn.
Thank you for that friendship bracelet, little brother. I appreciate it. Thank you for the gifts. User says, if it's, hold on, that went up fast. Let me go back now. If it's a YT girl, better believe YT folks got her back. Believe it. Elena said, Jenny sent you. Thank you, Jenny, and thank you for joining us, Elena. Hopefully you stick around and make sure you're a frequent visitor. We hope.
Okay, she got adopted at birth, Ava. Okay, they are keeping her away from Combs and his family due to what he is going through. Ava's adoptive parents are really rich. They are extremely rich. Again, if they're neighbors and hanging out.
Thank you for that. Let them cook, little brother. I appreciate you.
And Diddy and whatnot. You're not bumping into them in a Dollar Tree, or something like that. So again, for them to be that
I love it, Elena. She said, "I'll do my part."
That Ava lived.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
To the Combses, for them to spend that much time together, which is true. They stayed in the same neighborhood. This is why Diddy is a weirdo for making the video in the first place and trying to make it seem as if it was a skit or something like that. This girl was really adopted. And you're making her say things like, oh, you found me on the street and Papa Combs decided to bring me in, da-da-da. It's like, that's not funny.
It's not funny. I'm going to tell you. it's like it seems it's like he's got this fetish with um creating scenarios. Because I mean, even that came out in the trial when we was talking about the FOs, right? The SMEX workers were saying he would be over in the corner telling them what to do and directing them what to do and stuff like that. So it seems like it's just he has this fetish with role playing, and that's fine. Role playing is fine as long as it's two consenting adults. Okay, for the parents that's on here, I'm just thinking about how I would react. But okay, I want to ask you all. So we're just hypothetically speaking, but let's say for my parents that's on here, if absolutely, Jenny, children are off limits regardless, and that's where I'm having a hard time getting this. So let me ask you all this, Jazzy G. I like that. I like that comment, Jazzy G. I like that comment. Jazzy G says he wants to direct life. That's hey. Stay right there. Pause. Keep that right there, Jazzy G, because I want to say something. Right there, Jazzy G, because I want to say something. I want to kind of piggyback off what you're saying. But let me ask my parents that's here in the show. If you, let's say you take your kids to their friend's house and they spend the night over there and stuff like that. To their friend's house and they spend the night over there and stuff like that. Would you be comfortable? How would you feel? I don't want to say you'll be comfortable. How would you feel knowing that you've dropped your son or your daughter off at their friend's house, and their friend's father makes this whole video, which they're calling a skit, saying that he adopted your child? How would you respond to that? User says, understand YT folks would have his money by now if he harmed that YT girl. Believe they love money. I get that they love money, but user. So to your point, with them loving money, I'm just giving you a different perspective to look at. Angie B, welcome in. If he did, user, just going based off of your narrative that, hey, if he had done anything to her because she's YT and she's got YT parents, they would have had his money. How do you know he didn't pay them off a larger sum of money to be quiet and to not do anything? Jazzy G, you say he like directing life. And I want to piggyback off of that because, you know, it's almost like he has this thing where it's his victims, and I got to say alleged here, right? But his alleged victims, they're not as financially well off like he is. And they meet him, that he knows that they have aspirations and dreams of being artists or models or whatnot, and he's in a position that can help them get there, right? So he's they got to depend on him, is what I'm saying, right? And it seems like that's kind of a fetish to him. Am I freezing up? I might be freezing up. I just got the little message up there. I don't know, but it's like that. Hey, okay, I'll do this for you, but in return, I need you to do this for me. What you gonna do for me if I do that for you? And it gets. I'm just saying. It seems like that. User says that's not their style. They would help. I can't say that word. Him. All I can say is you'll be amazed at what people would do, and it's not even a color specific thing. I'm talking about all. I'm not even being Well, you'll be amazed at what people have done. You know, and a lot of YT people have been victims that have been paid off in the industry that didn't say anything. You know, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to argue with you and make you believe that that's what's going on, or am I saying that he really did something to her? Here's the totality of what I'm trying to get you to understand. What he's doing with her is creepy. Period. The fact that his mind even thought about creating this whole what they're calling skit or scenario is crazy work. It's creepy. It's eerie. What they're calling skit or scenario is crazy work. It's creepy. It's eerie. You know? Jazzy G is right. User, she's right. Is that she? No, he's right. It says he's NDA king. How many times do you have people sign NDAs? I'm just saying.
Like this girl,
just saying good
most
morning.
people that are adopted have a lot of issues still, like not fully knowing who they are and where they come from. So to sit there and kind of make a mockery of it because other white celebrities have adopted black children, to me is foolish. And this is why it backfired, because people didn't know much about Ava, and Ava was adopted. So when you look into Ava's background, trying to figure out who her family is or who her parents are to make sure that she's good and make sure that she's safe, there's really no breadcrumbs. There's no existence of Ava's family because she was adopted. It's easy to connect someone like Quincy Brown to I'll Be Sure because Quincy wasn't adopted. So it's easy to find his lineage. But when someone is adopted and they're basically removed from their lineage, not forgotten about, but just isn't connected to their roots. So they don't know who their uncle or aunt or cousin or brother, they have no idea who these people are. So again, what's funny about that? How is this a skit that makes sense when he could have used someone that comes from a home and knows who they are, knows who their family are and whatnot, and then use them as a skit, like a little white boy or white girl in a neighborhood that live with their biological family? Then to me, that would have been like, oh, okay, ha ha ha, he he he. But for this girl to be probably going through all type of things internally, for you to try to make a mockery of what she may be going through. And I just think that it wasn't a good idea. And I understand why it backfired because she is really adopted. Now that we've cleared up, was Ava adopted? Who's her parents? Yada yada.
Let's think about
Let's
that.
move into her relationship.
Let's think about that. Let's take that into context of what it's really worth. So in real life, she was adopted. So why would you even think to use that as a skit? Like that's her life. That really happened. And again, it leads me back to my previous question. Even if I'm the adopted parent, Jazzy G, thank you for the follow, and I'll follow you back after the show for sure. Even if I adopted this child, this is my adopted child, and they go over to hang out with their friends, and then I see that on the video, on Instagram, on social media, that the dad has my adopted child right there talking about that he adopted her. And then on top of that, you saying she's using your name, your last name, when she's, what's your last name? And she says your last name. And then you say, no, your other last name. So then she says her other last name. But the thing about it is, that's distasteful. I just wouldn't play. That's not something you play about. That part, bestie. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you. That part right there. He's literally making fun of her situation. That's like the most despicable thing you could, and she's a child, man. I'm just saying.
with the Combs twins. After all of the backlash that came after the videos, the Combs twins hung out with Ava one time. They went like shopping and whatnot together. They were seen in malls and stuff like that. Then all of these videos started to circulate like, where is she? What did he do to her after the raids happened and whatnot with Homeland Security, with Diddy and his homes? People still weren't convinced that Ava was okay. So the Combs twins does damage control by hanging out with Ava. I do not feel that this was a genuine hangout, and I'm going to show you this video and then I'm going to come back and tell you why I don't feel like this was genuine. I believe that they were hanging out with Ava so that they can make their dad look good, so that they can make people not worry about her or think nothing happened to Ava, that she's doing just fine.
Okay, this is the video, and we spoke about this video on previous shows. Jenny says it was to control the narratives. That's what it's looking like. I'm gonna be honest. This is my first time watching the video. Again, shout out to Sean Davy Way and the Sean Davy Way Show. But this is the video we've spoke about on previous shows where the twins, and I think there's another friend in the car too, and it looks like Ava's driving. And just that I'm laughing because of the movie that you referenced. Jenny says it's like driving Miss Daisy. Because it really does. I'm laughing because of the movie she referenced, all right? I'm not laughing at the fact, and her, we're both not making fun or light of the situation of how Ava looks afraid in the car, or in the video. Daybreak says, who is her parents? Are they still living? That's something I'm not sure of. You talking about the biological parents, correct? I'm not sure of. That's something, let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up some info on that. Okay, so it just says no. Her parents are not publicly known. It says Ava Baroni is known in connection with Puffy Jacket, who introduced her as his adopted, and that's in quotation marks, daughter, in a 2020 Instagram live video. However, it is reported that this was a skit and not a legal adoption. Ava Baroni's parents are not publicly known, but according to sources like TMZ, they were close friends of Puffy Jacket's late ex-partner, Kim Porter. Ava reportedly spent a lot of time with the Combs family, forming a close bond with Puffy Jacket's twin daughters, Delilah and Jessie. Despite the close relationship, she was never legally adopted. Following Puffy Jacket's legal issues and arrest on sexual misconduct allegations in 2024, Ava's family has reportedly distanced themselves from him. Now, here's my take on all of that, and here's what I'm going to say to all of that. One, as if you didn't learn anything from the trial, you should have learned this: that TMZ puts out the narrative that Puffy Jacket wants. And with that, I'm also going to follow up that he's in a position to where he has the power to where the people he hang around with, they can put out a news story, and just like Jenny was saying that benefits or supports their narrative of what they want us to think. Doesn't mean it's true. Now, you could just take this last, let me see, one, two, and the last verse, like a song, the last sentence on the second paragraph where it says, despite the close relationship, she was never legally adopted by Puffy Jacket. But just that first part, despite the close relationship, the reason why that stands out to me is because even though the story is saying, and this is on Google, but even though it's saying there's a close relationship, the video that she's in with him and the video that we're watching now where she's in the car with the twins, she looks everything but close to anybody. And again, people, it's all on how you look at it. Everybody has their own perception, and I could be wrong, but I'm just telling you how I'm viewing it. And I'm looking at it right here, and she doesn't look comfortable. She just doesn't look at all. And in the car, I almost want her to blink twice. I'm getting the feeling like she should blink twice.
That my dad or no one around my dad ever did anything to her. Look, we're still hanging out with her. So let's get into that.
And we're gonna take our cousin Kwai and our best friend Ava.
Okay, so it wasn't a friend, it was
you
another
guys all
cousin.
know her and remember her and ask
It was their
about
cousin
her
back in the car.
every day.
MP2 MP, thank you for the heart, me.
But
Welcome in.
yeah, we're gonna get ready for that soon.
And as you know, and as you know,
We're on the way. Our appointment's at 3 and it's 2:17.
Let me go back. I want to look at that again.
Hey guys, so we're with Ava and Kwai. We're going horseback riding.
I don't know what daughter that is because they're twins, but I'm gonna tell you, she did not keep the camera on Ava that long. And Ava wasn't on no, hi, I'm driving. It wasn't that. You all go and look it up yourself. Let me know what you think.
Our appointment's at 3 and it's 2:17, so we kind of like gotta hurry, but we'll be there at 2:57, so we're gonna be good. But we're we got Shorty Boo up in the building. We're all here.
I would have believed.
Let me go back, because now
We got Shorty Boo up in the building. We're all here.
I would have believed.
let me go back, because now they're showing on a horse.
When it,
We're on the way. Our appointment's at 3 and it's 2:17, so we kind of like gotta hurry, but we'll be there at 2:57, so we're gonna be good. But we're we got Shorty Boo up in the building. We're all here.
Listen.
I would have believed that the video was genuine if
Angie B said that went up. Where can I see the video? I will message you the link to this video. How about that? After the show, I'll send you the link. Matter of fact, I like to keep my word. Let me write it down so I know. All right. I got you, Angie B. And how's everything doing over there across the pond? Everything good? Hope all is well. Hope you're safe. Hope you're having a good day. Jazzy G says his kid's trying to make it look less crazy is crazy. That part in the cover up, that right. To have kids, man, let's W Jazzy G in the live. You are so right on that, brother. It's like they're working hard. Now listen, they show, like I told you, they're riding the horse on the trail, like in the mountains. I'm just gonna say, me personally, I wouldn't do that because not with these people, because you're in the mountains and you on this trail, anything can happen. Not saying they would do that, but she already looks unsure about things and looks scared. I just wouldn't do it. Angie B, baby, thank you for that heart, me. She's already looking scared, so I wouldn't do it. But not only that, because because it's just a short, it's a quick snippet of them riding a horse, and you can't really see her face on that. But immediately after that, and watch for it, Angie B. Immediately after that, it's like they're at a walk-up thing, like maybe ordering something to drink or something to eat or whatever, and they're showing Ava. But even in that little clip where they're at the window, like I said, I don't know if they're ordering food or drink. I don't know, and that's irrelevant. She doesn't look as if she is having fun. She doesn't even look included. And that goes a long way. Daybreak 76 says, wonder why his adopted daughter didn't go to. And that goes a long way. Daybreak 76 says, wonder why his adopted daughter didn't go to court with his other kids, not one day. And hey, that's a good point. Now, I know they just said that her parents, they're distancing themselves from him since all of that happened. You know, all the sexual stuff. They've distanced themselves from him. But, you know, I just need you all, just listen. Appreciate that. Natty says exhausted, but okay. All right, you feeling okay? I didn't even know you came in. How you doing, Natty? How are you doing? Hey, Saturday, your moderator shirt will be there. Okay, Saturday. It's just weird. You all, I want you to go and look at that. Make sure you go and watch this video.
If the Combs twins didn't specify that they were hanging out with Ava. Not only did they say that they were hanging out with her, they were saying like, oh, since you guys ask about her all the time, and like, here she is. Why would you even say that?
Yes, Sean Davy Way. Shout out to you. I got to give it to Sean Davy Way again. Listen. And Jazzy G. Sean Davy Way and Jazzy G. I got to give it up to both of y'all. Y'all are on point with that right there. Everything about this looks like, hey, we're gonna have her hang out with us, so it looks like we are all cool with her. People, go watch the video. It's different times, different places. She does not look included in neither one. Right? You know, we hang out with our peoples. We wild out. Yeah, we about to do this. We about to have fun. Yeah, we going. Yeah, whoa. She like this right here, y'all. She drives. She like. And then when they ordering the food or the drink or whatever. And then when they ordering the food or the drink or whatever. Pans like she ain't. Yeah, we about to grow. We about to get some food. I'm hanging out with my homegirls. We gonna kick it. We about to do this. We gonna hit Hollywood Boulevard. None of that. None of that. Go and look. I don't care who argue it. Listen, this don't lie. You know, sometimes let me let people know something. Let me let my pro diddlers know something. When it's a video and you see it, you can't. It's real time. You can't change the narrative of what's going on. Like you can't sit here and say, "Oh yeah, she's having fun. She's loving and enjoying the company of them." No. And I tell you something else. I said it a few minutes ago. I said it when they were in the car, but then it happened twice again. She never leaves the camera On Ava never leaves the camera on Ava for long. If you'd like the link to this video, can I get that link? And I'll send it to you. I want you all to go see for yourself.
You should just be hanging with your friend just because
Jenny
she's
said
your
Ava has
friend.
no
She's
smile
your
or
sister.
joy
You've
in
known
those
her
posts,
since
almost like
y'all were
they're
6 months
forcing her to
old
be
and
there.
whatnot.
That
So
part
again,
right there,
there
bestie.
is no reason to specify the reason you're hanging out with someone besides the fact that you just are and you care about them. If I'm going to hang out with one of my friends, I'm going to say, hey, what's up, guys? Getting ready, about to go horseback riding, hanging out with this person and that person. Oh, and I'm also going to be my bestie there. She's going to be, I'm so excited. Like, let's go. That's how I'm going to speak. I'm not going to be like, oh, since you guys are asking about her all the time, basically, let me show you that she's okay and my dad didn't do anything, because if he did, why would she be around us? So I just don't feel like the video was genuine.
Just
I
saying.
also don't feel like them hanging out with Ava was genuine, and I have my other reasons. Here's the biggest. The biggest reason I feel that this was not genuine is because right after this situation of them hanging out, both sides deleted each other on all social media. Ava got rid of the Combs twins on all of her social media, and the Combs twins got rid of Ava on all of theirs. So, if y'all were genuinely hanging out, if y'all are genuinely friends, if she's genuinely like a sister to you, why are y'all scrubbing each other from each other's social media and no longer speaking? When they stopped talking was when Diddy first went to try eye-opening. I don't know what is. There was a fake Ava Baroni on TikTok that was going around pretending to be Ava. This is not
That's
her.
not Ava. Yeah.
But I can't dispute
She looks more Asian, maybe. But who they might have tried to use this girl as a plant to be pretend to be Ava, But okay. So now let's scale back a little bit. We've had 3 different videos shown in 3 different locations, and we've already seen that in all 3 videos, watch this, Ava did not look like she was comfortable. She did not look like she was having any type of fun hanging out with these people that she's known since she was 6 months old. She's been friends with since she was 6 months old. Now, when Puffy Jacket's trial starts, they scrub each other from. Listen, I don't delete nobody off my friends list unless that I'm supposed to be friends with. I'm talking about we supposed to be A1 since day ones, right? You see what I'm saying? And if I don't take them off of my friends list unless we not cool no more. And we don't have something that's like, okay, well, this happened, this transpired, so that's why they're not cool no more. It's not, no. It's given they are definitely trying to paint a scenario or a narrative that Ava's cool, she wants to hang out with them, and this, that, and the third, but she does cool, she wants to hang out with them, and this, that, and the third, and but she doesn't look that way. And
came forward stating that she is Ava Baroni, and I will admit her voice does sound similar to what Ava's voice sounds like now. And she had certain allegations about Diddy and Kanye West's cousin now. And she had certain allegations about Diddy and Kanye West's cousin doing certain things to her or letting certain things be done to her by grown men taking advantage of her.
Problem from our customers was, well, how do
again, we out that direction as a last name. Link to Puffy Jacket when it comes to something sexual. How convenient. Are we not noticing a pattern here?
I kind of thought this was really suspect and just like, okay, well, who are you? You're not showing your face. If you really are Ava, then just show who you are so that we can give you the genuine support that you deserve. But seeing Kanye West show up at Diddy's trial and not really specifying why he was there besides just supporting Diddy. And then hearing this woman allegedly say these things about Kanye West's cousin, someone whom has had back and forth with Diddy. I'm no longer convinced that this person is not Ava and that they are not telling the truth about what they're saying. I believe it's very possible that what this person is stating happened may have because of the distance between Ava and the Combs twins. Why did y'all stop talking? Even Chance stopped talking to Ava and scrubbed her from her social media too. Why? And you did it in silence. So there was no public falling out or anything like that. And then these videos, because there was 4 parts of Ava's testimony like that. And then these videos, because there was 4 parts of Ava's testimony about what happened to her, and only one found on social media now. So Diddy's team definitely scrubbed that off of the internet to her, and only one found on social media now. So Diddy's team definitely scrubbed that off of the internet.
It's this. It's as these 2 grown men were pawing at me, trying to take my clothes off, I look over to this man and asking for help, and I literally mouth the word help.
Angie B says, "Is your merchandise in your bio? I like to buy something at least once a month for myself." No, I don't have it on there. What you can do is just message me the color shirt you like, and and your size and things like that, and we can get that pressed up for you and give in your address. We'll have it sent to you, mailed to you. So just inbox me, and then I got you. And thank you so
And we
much,
lock eyes.
Angie B, baby. Thank you.
And he looks away. I'm like, okay, there's 2 more men in the room. And I look to his engineer next, who's sitting right next to him. And I know that he's married, and he just had a little baby girl. And I'm like, okay, he's gonna do something. And I look at him next, and I'm like, okay, like, do something, say something, do anything. And he looks down at his phone and starts texting. And then I was like, oh, fuck. I look at Kanye's cousin next, and I'm like, do something, like fucking do something. And he spins his chair around. And that's when that, like, gut-wrenching fear set in. And I was like, oh, shit. No one's fucking saving me tonight. No one's gonna do anything. No one's... And this...
Side note, so let me...
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, I need a minute. Because she almost just brought me into tears. She almost brought me into tears with that. But hold on, though. Let's think about this. If that happened, wouldn't that explain why she looks the way she does in these videos? As if something traumatic happened to her. Sometimes you just can't deny what's there. She didn't have a job. Daybreak 76. She was just the way she was presented to, and she got presented in so many different ways. But they're saying that her, was it adopted parents? The adopted parents are friends with Kim Porter, and that's how they know each other. Angie B says, I'd have frozen with fright. Yes. And so now we got to think. So these people, these girls are supposed to be your friend. They're supposed to be your friends. And not only and this is her word. I mean, y'all just heard it, so I'm just going to say it. Not only did their father grape her, but there was also a guy with a directional last name there, and the guy with the directional last name's cousin was there. And the guy with the direction as a last name, she says, just look down at the phone. And then the cousin just turned around in the chair. Meaning they knew what was going on and didn't render aid for her. And I'm telling you, that explains why she looks so lost. Not even lost. She looks, I can't even describe it. You got to go see it. But I'm going to tell you this, though. I'm going to tell you. It's parallel. She does, okay, even the video where he was saying he adopted her, remember, we talked about that video in the opening. But even with that video, she seems more bubbly and more filled with life. Even how creepy and odd the video is, she seems, the spirit is more active in her in that video. Now, who was that? Jenny, W Jenny in the live, distant and hollow. That's exactly what it looks like. That's a great description of her demeanor, her look. Thank you, Bestie, because I couldn't get that out. I couldn't describe it. But it's parallel to, if you take that video where he's saying that he adopted her or whatnot, if you take how she is in that video and you compare it to the 3 clips of the videos that Sean Davy Wade just played in the video, you can see the complete difference. You can see where it's like energetic, bubbly, fun-loving, and then it's dark, hollow, distant, like Jenny said. And it's parallel. Let's go back to the 48-hour video with him and Justin B. Justin B was bubbly, happy, energetic, ready to go. Then look at how he is now. And there's others. But I'm just those 2 mainly because he's the Puffy Jacket is the common denominator, you know. Wow, man. She almost had me in tears over here.
You know what you think in the comments. Do you think that this person is Cap? They're not telling the truth. They're not Ava? Or do you think that she is? Again, around the time Diddy was first brought up on charges and arrested and indicted is when Ava and the twins scrubbed each other from social media. When we found out that there was going to be a trial with Diddy, they were gone instantly. The friendship was pretty much just over, null and void, like an overnight thing. 1 minute they're horseback riding, and then the next minute it's just silence, invisible to each other. So I don't think that this is a coincidence, and I will be looking more into it just to figure out if there's any credibility here at all. But until I know the full story and who this person is, I cannot say that it's not Ava. And again, cause and effect. There's a reason people scrub each other from social media, and it has nothing to do with loving the person so much. Oh, I love you so much that I'm going to scrub you off of my social media.
That
so
part.
Don't even know
that
we know each other at all whatsoever. It's usually what people do after breakups, friendships ending, relationships ending with family members and things like that. You kind of just scrub them and get rid of them so that you don't have to see them on a day-to-day basis. Speaking of other narratives and rumors that went around about Ava, one of them was she was Estelle Mazin, which is a girl that went missing around 9 years old and wasn't found. So people took that photo and compared it to Ava Baroni, and it is uncanny. Estelle and Ava look.
Woo, woo, woo. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So everybody that's in here, do me a favor, inbox me. I'm not even saying if. I'm saying this is what I'm telling you now.
Male voice.
Y'all need to watch this video.
This is a direct. I'm telling you, you need to watch this video. So the girl is missing. The girl that was missing, man, they look very, very close. They look very, very close. I'm not saying they are the same person. All I'm saying is they look very similar. Spooky similar. I'm talking about, so now I'm wondering about them containers and what they do with them when they get off the containers. I'm not saying that they're the same. I'm just saying if the girl went missing, listen, y'all got to watch the video. I want you to see.
Look a lot alike.
They do.
When Ava was 9 years old compared to the age that Ava was in the video, and comparing her to Estelle when Estelle disappeared, they do favor. So it's a strong possibility that Ava could very so much be Estelle.
Today we are setting up this Chick-fil-A.
Shoot, they even had to cut to a commercial after that. And I don't blame them. This is one time I understand the commercial popping up. That's a lot to digest and take in. And, whoa. Daybreak says, you really scratching your head. Yeah, look, Daybreak 76, please go and watch. Like, that I didn't see that coming. Like I said, we watching this in real time and hearing it in real time together. And I've never even heard about the other little girl that was missing. But, man, it could be some big time problems. Look at her eyebrows and her nose and mouth aligned. That's what I'm saying. That's what got me. The eyebrows, the eyes. Puffy jacket, my man. Sean Davy Way is taking a picture of the girl that was missing. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me good? He is taking a picture of the girl that is missing. And he put her face over the face of Ava. Wow. Everything line up. Everything. Listen. Man. Puffy jacket. Brother. Man. I don't want to hear nobody, I don't want to hear no pro diddler say anything until they explain to me why the girl that's missing and Ava share the same face. Thank you for the scare ab. I appreciate that, Jenny. Thank you, bestie. How them girls share the same face? I'm saying he put the face of one girl over the face of another girl and they line up. Let's who reported her missing? That's a good question. Let me see if I can. We're gonna go back. I want to hear her name again so we can look it up. Let's see if we can read.
She was Estelle Mazin, which is a girl that went missing.
Estelle Mazin. I don't know how to spell her name, but we're gonna see. Let's see. Um, let's see. It doesn't. It's not telling. It's all it tells me is that Estelle Mazin case is a French criminal case which began on January 9th, 2003, with the disappearance of Estelle Mazin in the city of, I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's in France. It's in France. It says she asked for her mom. Mom? Okay. The ex-wife of a French serial unaliver has described the last hours of one of his victims, explaining how the 9-year-old had asked for her mom. That's this is a BBC page, but it doesn't say who reported her missing. Monique Oliver was the female on trial in Paris for her role. This says unalive. The M word says unalive and kidnapping of 3 young women and girls. One of the women includes Joanna Parrish from, and I don't know how to pronounce that name, but it's that place. It's a place over there. In court, Olivier apologized to the family of Estelle, saying she should have saved her. So, yes, that's how you spell it right there, bestie. Oh no, she was asking who reported the Estelle Mazin little girl missing, but it doesn't say. And the way they are saying it on here, she was unalived. She was kidnapped and unalived. Thing about that is, I don't. It's not telling me if they've discovered. Let me see. It says Olivier described how her husband Michael Fortneret, I guess, who confessed to Joanna's unalivement in 2018, and he died in 2021, had kidnapped Miss Mazin in 2003. She said that he had first seen the child at his sister's house, which he inherited, and had watched over Miss Mazin while uh, Farron Forneret, I guess, went to work at a nearby school. She said, I want to see my mom. I told her she would see her mom soon, and I took her to the toilet. And this is what Olivier told the court. She admitted Estelle had no food for 24 hours and had only drank a glass of water. I should have saved her. I don't know why I didn't do it, she said. But, excuse me, but it doesn't say like where they found any remains or anything like that. The courtroom has shown an old stained mattress on which Estelle DNA was found, along with that of another uh, Fourneret's victims, uh, Celine Saison. So yeah, it's not. This is wow. This is crazy. Y'all gotta see this. Jenny says, on her way to school, she was 9 in 2003, and yeah, and so they found her DNA on the mattress. So I'm thinking he must have. I don't know. I don't know. She's got this girl's face though. I'm gonna send y'all the link. Just like I said, just message me. I got you. Wow. It might not be her. It might not be her. Yeah, we can't say for sure that it's her, Daybreak. But what I can tell you is the looks are very, very similar. When was the twins born? Let me see. When were they born? Okay, so they were born December 21st, 2006. So that would make them 3 years younger than Ava. Right? No, when was Ava? Let's see when Ava was born. No, the girl. Okay, it was okay. No, I got it. I see what I did wrong. Hold on. Let me see when she was born. Ava. Okay. All right. So it doesn't say when she was born. It just says she was born in Los Angeles, California. That's all that says on Ava. All right. Let's get back. Gotta take Rudy.
Here, which will make sense with Homeland Security getting prepared from a different country, does not mean creators were putting together about.
All right, there we go. I fast forwarded too far. Natty, thank you for the donuts. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Looking at the photos and looking at the videos that other content creators were putting together about Estelle and Ava were very convincing. So convincing that I had to look into it myself. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, what if this is her? Just because she disappeared from a different country does not mean that she wasn't brought here, which will make sense with Homeland Security getting involved with Diddy and all of that stuff. So I went and looked into it. And I am sad to say that all of the content creators going around stating that Estelle is Ava, you are wrong. And I would encourage you to do your research. And here's why. On Thursday, January 9, 2003, Estelle Mausen, a 9-year-old girl, disappeared on her way back home from school. She was seen for the last time in front of a bakery while she was returning to the house of her mother, Suzanne, who was in the process of a divorce from the girl's father, Eric Mausen. Her mother reported the fact she was missing to local police stations shortly after 7 p.m. Her disappearance.
Okay, so Daybreak, her mother reported her missing. The not Ava. What did we say the girl's name? I feel so bad. I just forgot her name. But the girl that's in France, her mother reported her missing. So that answered the question. And Sean Davy Wade verified they are not the same person. They are not. However, I still want y'all to see how eerily they look alike.
Parents sparked huge media coverage all over the country. And I can understand why one would say, like, no, Sean, that could still be her. It could still be Estelle, Sean. Ava could still be No, she's not. And here's why. The Estelle Mausen case is a French criminal case which began on the 9th of January, 2003, with the disappearance of Estelle Mausen in France. Estelle Mausen was a 9-year-old girl.
Okay, they found her body. They found the body of Estelle. It says police has spent 4 days excavating in Ardennes, I guess, in northeastern France for the body of Estelle Mausen, who disappeared on her way home from school in 2003. Right? So, not her. They did find the body.
For a long time, this disappearance was not solved and the investigation remained at a standstill. But 16 and a half years later, on the 27th of November 2019, Michael Furnett, a P-word serial Killer, already sentenced to life imprisonment, became the main suspect. He was indicted for kidnapping and false imprisonment, followed by passing. Then on January 24th, 2020, Monique Oliver, his former wife, claimed that he indeed unalived Estelle Mazen. Finally, on March 6, 2020, this claim was confirmed by Michael's confession. Michael passed before he could be prosecuted, but Oliver was convicted for helping him to kidnap Mazen and sentenced to life imprisonment. Yep. So, unfortunately, Estelle passed away because husband and wife, Monique and Michael, took her
and they found two other bodies
unalived the girl
as
after
well.
Michael did whatever he did.
And to be so confused, my brain hurts.
So she is no longer.
Okay, let's slow it down. What you got? Let's see if we can help you catch on to it. It is a lot. It is a lot. I will say that. It is a lot. And man, woo. I mean, it's they very, very, very. I got Ava, France, Estelle, and a migrant. Okay, so Ava is in Los Angeles, from Los Angeles. Estelle is from France. But they ended up finding her. Remains, right? So that solidified the fact that they're not the same person. Yeah. 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Let me go help Rudy real quick. Like. All right, I'm back. I gotta hurry up. I swear I'm Bud. When are we leaving?
So it is impossible for Estelle and Ava to be the same person. And not only that, Estelle went missing at 9 years old. Ava had been around the Combs twins since she was 6 months old. Case closed. Moving right along. As of now, Ava Baroni is doing famously. She's in art school in New York. That is where she's been residing with her family, and it's also where she's going to
so now Ava
stay.
lives in New York.
She's not going to Diddy. She's not going to be around Diddy's family. So if people are expecting to see Ava with the Combs twins, I would not hold your breath. The most I could see is now that people are making videos about it and talking about it, since the Combs care so much about image, they may try to sneak and do a photo op with Ava, or
you see that it's a little bit
date, a hangout date, just going to grab some dinner or something with her, just to make the optics look as if there's nothing going on. But the only way we'll know that Ava is truly okay is if she says it herself, instead of the Combs twins doing videos with her saying, since y'all so worried about her and since you're always asking, here she is. It's like, why can't Ava speak for herself? Why can't Ava just jump on social media and be like, hey, y'all, can we cut it out with all of this stuff with Diddy? Nothing happened. They were good to me. She's never said anything like that. It doesn't mean it's not true, but we could use that right now. And not only could we use it,
that's true.
Diddy could use it as well. He could use Ava coming forward saying like, oh yeah, he's a good guy, just like Young Miami did on her show, coming forward saying like, oh yeah, he never
Jenny
did
said
anything
forcing
to me.
her to talk.
Always courteous. He's a good
Angie
man.
B said so. Ava
and other
not
things.
missing.
Like, that was useful
I'm going into
for Diddy, and this would be
hibernation.
Useful as well,
By guys, see you next summer. Right, she's not missing. So she is, but now she is keeping her distance away from that family. Puffy Jacket, twins, and all. So she's with her family in New York, doing good, but she's not hanging out with them at all.
Nothing but great to me. And again, that was a skit, it was a joke, we didn't mean it to come off that way. None of that has happened. So until then, people are still going to speculate and come up with their own answers until we get them from the horse's mouth, which would be Ava. But as of now, again, Ava's doing really good. And I have a lot more to speak on this topic. Stay tuned to part 2. I love you all. And until the next video, bye.
Shout out to Sean Davy Way for the content that he created. God, I mean, look, she hasn't came forward and said anything. I think that would be beneficial if she did. I think that would help out a lot. Angie B says, good. I'm glad she's nowhere near them. Yeah, so am I, because it seemed like that's dangerous. And again, don't really know if that was her talking as far as what happened to her. Like I said, I'm just giving you my perception of what she looked like in the clips on the video. And if that is her talking, it would make sense as to why she looked that way in the video. Jenny says her adopted family broke ties with Puffy Jacket and his family. I don't know why they allowed her there. Yeah, I don't really know why they did in the beginning anyways. Jenny says, I think she's trying to distract herself from the whole situation and moving forward. She's trying to be a survivor, and that's great. And we definitely pray for her that she accomplishes those things. Marley 007, how you doing? She said, Marley 007 said money. And that's unfortunately a reality too. You know? That is a reality because a lot of people do that for money. They will turn a blind eye to things that they know isn't good for the money. Not saying that happened, but it does happen more times than not, right? All right, hey, thank you all for joining me for today's show. And I'm sorry I came on late. I slept in. I had a long night. I didn't, sleep good. So, which I hardly never do, but it hit me this morning, so I was sleeping in. But again, I thank you all for joining me on today's show. Thank you all for the gifts. Let's thank our gifters. I want to thank my moderators. And thank all of you for joining.
Another headline screaming behind vacant eyes. They build up their walls so high and so strong, but the truth's gonna break through before too long. Every single day, the same damn old game, pointing all the fingers, nobody takes the blame. This pressure's
Angie B, don't forget to message me, and then we'll set all that up for you, get you taken care of, okay?
I'm about to say it, yeah, I'm about to scream. Tired of the
if you all missed any of the past episodes of hashtag I'm Gonna Say It, please go and follow my channel on YouTube, G-Smooth404 on YouTube. Go and subscribe.
The uncomfortable truth finally gonna be heard. I'm gonna say
Thank you all for all of you that tuned in and watched Dope Girls last night. Thank you. Thank you for doing so. If you missed it, listen, go on YouTube, subscribe to Tay Retta Vision Films, watch episode 1, 2, and 3. And I promise you, after you get done doing that, you won't be able to wait for number 4, episode 4 to air. Things got a little hectic on episode 2 and 3 last night. Thank you, Angie B. Thank you. Make sure you all go and check that out. Once again, shout out and thank you to a Second Chance Bail Bonding Company for their help and support with the episodes last night. We appreciate that. Tiffany, thank you for that heart me, bestie. You missed the show. That's okay. I'm gonna get it. Listen, I'm gonna get it put on YouTube. All right. I gotta get Rudy where she's gotta go to her friend's house, and then I'll get it put on there. You can watch it. And remember, everybody, you want to see the video that we played in today's show? Thank you for that the heart pub. Thank you so much, Tiffany. If you would like to see the video that we played and listened to on today's show, message me and I'll send you the link. I want you all to pay attention to how Ava's looking in the video clips. I want you to pay attention to how close she does favor the girl missing and unalived in France. Not the same person, not the same little girl, but they do look very, very similar. Tiffany, thank you for the Go Popular. Yes, it's wild, Tiffany. They look so close, like it's crazy. You got to go and see it. This has been your self-proclaimed favorite news reporter, Mr. Breaking News, signing off from the newsroom. You have a good day. Peace and blessings to you all. I love you.